Hey guys, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrials.guru. That'll work as well. Really quick question and a video I wanted to make today in response to a question. So, right now, study selection's a little slow. Okay, well, right now, for those of you watching in the future, it is November 13th, 2014. I'm expecting around January and February of 2015 for study activity to get much busier. So expect more site selection visits, expect more site initiation visits right after the start of the new year. So today's question is coming from someone who's going to be anonymous. And by the way, anyone can send me a question. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. We can also network on just about any social media platform of your choice. I'm on all of them, just about all of them. So Snapchat, Instagram, Cyberdust, of course, the main ones like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. So send your questions to me. I'll keep you anonymous. Today's question is, should we admit that we have competing studies at our site? So this is actually a concern I've heard from a lot of sites over the years. It was one of my concern. At times it still is. There's really never a reason to lie or even to fib a little. Now, I can definitely understand the concern because especially for a site that really wants to get a study, let's say you've come across a really good study on clinicaltrials.gov and it's a perfect fit for your clinic. In fact, it's such a perfect fit that you're already doing different studies for that same indication that could be your clinic's bread and butter. So there's usually never a reason to not tell the truth. And let me tell you why. Here's my reasoning behind that. Sponsors are expecting, if you're a good site and whatever indication that that study is indeed your bread and butter, they're going to know what their competitors are doing. I mean, they can go to clinicaltrials.gov, look at their competitors, and they can see, if not the actual site name or the PI name of the sites participating, at least the city and the state so they can narrow it down. So you don't want to get caught in a lie, number one, it looks bad. Number two, if you're really that good, sponsors expect that you're conducting a competing trial. Now, your job as the research site director, study coordinator, principal investigator is to make sure that you communicate the fact that you have plenty of patients and your recruitment capabilities are at such a high level that you can accommodate 20 studies of the same indication, or whatever the number is. I mean, feel free to make it whatever number you feel would be appropriate. But your job is to really convey that message to the sponsor and also make sure you convey that you have enough sufficient resources to conduct the trial and that your study coordinators are not going to be too busy on and too focused on the other trials to take care of this trial. A major concern of sponsors is, in fact, besides the lack of patience, is the lack of staff time and dedicated staff resources when you're doing multiple studies in general, but specifically multiple studies of the same indication. So that's my 2 cents on this topic. It's never a good idea to lie to sponsors. They can check anyways on clinicaltrials.gov, and if they're relatively decent at what they do, they're going to know what their competitors are up to, and they might be curious. They'll have a natural curiosity to see which sites are participating. So it's always good to be truthful, and you want to really upsell your capabilities, your site capabilities, your patient population, your staff, your resources, your PI dedication to this indication and to this trial. So if you say that, you should get the study. Let me know if you've had any other strategies or any thoughts on this topic, and get back to me with more questions. Thanks. This is Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com.